Technical difficulties. There's a steer eating the tripod. Well, let's try this video again. My name's Robert and this is Pheasant Lane Farm. Two things I find very funny. Number one, the sun is out today. I feel like we haven't seen the sun in months, but I guess it's a good sign that spring is officially here. The second being, it doesn't matter if I'm around the cattle or the horses on the other side of this barn. Anytime you put up a tripod and talk to a camera, they do everything in their power to be annoying. So luckily, our steers have a free choice option to run inside or out of this barn. Right now they're outside, and I hope they stay out there long enough where I can finish this video without any more interruptions. So if you haven't watched our last video, it's all about our new Arrowquip Q-Catch 54 series chute. In that video, I mentioned that I ordered this with two options. One being the head catch on the front, and the second being a calf restrainer bar. When I decided on these two options, like I stated in the last video, I'd called to the factory and kind of told them my situation, and they put me in touch with a fantastic guy named Ross Cockrell from Cockrell Farms near Worcester, Ohio, actually Homerville, just north of Worcester. And I was talking to Ross about what options and stuff I should get, and he goes, you know, if you're buying calves, the calf restrainer bar is probably a good investment. I think it was around $200, and I said, you know what, I'll take it. On the way over there to pick it up, Ross messaged me and he goes, hey, I made a mistake. I don't have that calf restrainer bar in stock. And I said, you know, it's not a big deal. We weren't planning on buying a chute till later this summer, but we took advantage of that sale that they had last month. And I said, we don't even have our permanent fencing in yet, so I don't plan on buying any new calves till probably August, maybe July, August. I said, it's not a big deal. So Ross got with Arrowquip. They were able to work out something where they mailed this right to my house. So I want to say thank you to Ross and Arrowquip for shipping this directly to my house. Saved me about a 3.5 hour round trip running over to Ross's place. This is how it showed up from UPS, which isn't a big deal. I think everything's here. I hope so anyways. The bottom of the package was ripped open. But I will say this arrived in much better shape than some of the things I've ordered from UPS. So it is what it is. But I'm hoping everything's in here. We're gonna go ahead and put this calf restrainer bar on and show you how it works. What it basically does is it locks the hip of the calf, so you can open this whole side swing door on this 54 chute, and it will keep them from spinning out. And if you get it in the right position, it should kind of knock down on their ability to kick at you. So if you're doing some banding or anything like that. So we're gonna get this cut open. I did watch one video. I only found one video on YouTube on this calf restrainer bar. I'm not sure how old it is, and it was all toolless where you just use giant wing nuts. This one, from what I can see that UPS opened for me, I don't see any wing nuts, so we'll take a peek. If I need to grab a crescent wrench, I'll go over and grab one off the tractor, but I don't think installation should be too bad. And here come the boys. So I guess it's my cue to go grab some tools, cut this thing open, and we'll be back with you shortly. Got everything unpacked, went and found a crescent wrench on the other side of the barn. The bar itself installs fairly easily. It takes about 10 seconds. I'll put a picture up here right now. You just drop the bracket over the square tubing, tighten up the two bolts with a wrench, and that bar is installed. On the original video I saw, this is the only thing I have to compare that to. This was black. Now obviously they're powder coating them green. The original bracket, try and do it without giving it away, is this right here. So it looks like you have, I don't know, 12, 14 inches where that tube can move inside of this bracket. What they have added is this. So I can only guess that some guys didn't want it moving as much. So you can put the bar inside this little U-pin here, which is just held on with some pins, and lock it more in kind of a stationary position if you're running calves through that are all about the same size. So that is a pretty cool feature. What I did find out before I started this video is once it's on here, at least on my 54 series chute, you cannot remove the pin, because when it sits up there like this back part hits one of the top bars on the pin or on the chute there. So if you don't need this little bar, or if you want more adjustability, your calves are a little different sizes, I would take this bar out and just run with the main bracket. But let's put it on like it is right now. Like I said, I'm not using it anytime soon, so it can just sit up there. So pretty easy. Pull this bar back, set this up there. And there you have it. A couple inches of throw. While I'm filming this, let me take that pin out real quick, and then we'll show you a comparison of how much throw, how much movement there is when you're not inside the little bracket there. So simple to do that. Couldn't grab that with two arms, I apologize. So we're just going to remove these two pins, 1, 2, put those on the ground. We're just going to pull this bracket out, this U pin, I'm going to call it U pin, I don't know the technical term. Slap it back up there, and now you have the full range. Roughly the same spot. Now you can see, you know, it goes almost vertical at the same spot compared to where it was. So that's installation. Sorry, I don't have two good arms to switch that out a little quicker. That took longer than what it should have. But that's pretty much the installation of the calf bar. If your calf is in here, this should lock right in front of the point of the hip, keep them from kicking, or at least cut down on your chances. You're never going to stop an animal from kicking. And I like how adjustable it is. If you got small calves, you can go farther forward. If you got something a little bit bigger, you can run it back a little bit. So they did add some tabs up here on the top, it looks like, to help hold it in there so you can go back a little farther. Pretty cool design, well worth the money in my opinion. Before you go, I got one more hack I found out on this chute, or actually the one hack I found on this chute. So let's flip to the other side of the chute and we'll show you what that is. Alright, so with the help of my assistant who's home from school due to spring break, you can see that this is the full swing right now. I don't have the silver pin in there, which would just lock it between those two holes. So pretty cool design. I like how they added that. We usually buy our calves all about the same age, so it might make things a little easier. And you got full width of the doors. If you're not going to be running calves through it, you can probably uninstall this thing in 15 seconds. Alright, well that's going to wrap up our video on the calf restrainer bar. I hope it was helpful. I hope it was informational. Like I said, this might be an upgraded version. It could have been that way for years now. I don't know. The only thing I have to compare it to, like I said earlier, was just kind of that original Arrowquip video. I like the changes they've made on this, being we buy calves that are all about the same size. Putting that silver pin in, I think, is going to work just fine for us. One other thing I want to leave you guys with. If you have a rump bar, butt bar, depending on who you buy it from, what they call. It's basically a steel pipe with a coating on it. This is just water pipe, water tubing. And on a lot of the chutes, specifically the Arrowquips, you can shove this through here, move it up, and your cattle can't back up, or kind of restrains them a little bit if you're going to be doing some preg checking, if you don't have a cage, all of that good stuff. What I was thinking is, I picked this up the other day. We actually stopped by Ross's place on the way to pick up some chickens earlier this week. It was time for Amber to replenish some of her laying hens. And I got thinking, at the Ohio Beef Expo, some of the higher end chutes, I guess you could say, the 70 and 80 series, I'm not sure which ones, they actually have like a bracket, a tube bracket welded near the rear of the chute where this butt bar just slides right into. Keeps it within easy reach, and it's always there. It's going to be something when you're working cattle, you're going to want everything you need within arm's reach. So the other night I came out, was watching our orphan foal over there take a bottle, came over here, and I was like, man, there's got to be an easy mounting solution to keep this rump bar easy at hand on this 54 series chute. Walked back over to the bar, was watching Apollo. On the front of Apollo's stall, we have quite a few of these on the side, that horse side of the barn. These are just J-hooks. You can buy them at any farm and ranch store. We hang them on the front of the stalls, and they just hold halters and lead ropes. So I got thinking, why can't I do this to the chute? You can get those rubber coated so they won't make any noise. We actually have some of those. I took those back over to the other side of the barn. So easy mounting solution. The chute operates just fine with it there. It does not impede any of the movement of the chute. So I thought that was a pretty good idea. So thanks for watching the videos. That's also a great place to mount your sorting flag. Thanks to Ross Cockrell. We actually stopped by there this week on the way to pick up those chickens. I never picked up the pins for the back of the chute. The 54 does not come with the brackets or the pins to hook your panels to. So last minute, we were like a half hour from his house. I had no intention of stopping there, and it just hit me. And I go, you know what? I got to call Ross. He goes, yeah, stop by. We'll be there. So it was nice for him to meet Amber and Kiddo. He got a little pony there that Kiddo liked, and it's always nice to talk to people that are way more knowledgeable than you in an industry. Like I said, I've been around livestock my whole life, but kind of new to the whole cattle game. So he's a wealth of information and knowledge, and I appreciate him being a friend. It's always nice to do business with people and then start friendships. So he gave us a sorting flag, which is in way better shape than a lot of our other ones, and it's also a nice place to hold your sorting flags up out of the way. So thanks for watching the video. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, pheasantlanefarm@gmail.com. And I hope everyone has a good, safe Easter with family and friends. And be careful if you're out there. And remember, guys, most importantly, God bless and make smart decisions. We'll catch you on the next one. It's about lunchtime before this one little one gets a little hangry on me. Are you hungry?
No.
Oh, I'm lucky. All right, everybody. Take care. We'll catch you on the next one. Spring break. I guess I probably should have combed her hair before she made an appearance in a YouTube video, huh?
I get cowlick.
Cowlick. Ha ha ha.